The Stackpole estate is but a shrunken version of its original size. It ran to several thousand acres before most was taken as part of the 6,000-acre Castlemartin tank range. Stackpole Court, the original mansion, was built just outside the village of Stackpole, but the Lort family chose the wrong side in the English Civil War. The house was besieged by Parliamentarians and surrendered. And Sir Gilbert Lort, who died in 1698, passed the estate to his sister Elizabeth, the wife of Sir Alexander Campbell, who had the gloriously Shakespearian title of Thane of Cawdor. Just 35 years later, a new mansion of limestone, Stackpole Court, was built, with the villagers moved away to allow for the creation of a massive landscape of pools and terraces, as well as extensive gardens and greenhouses. Today, that landscape and the walled garden is now the only legacy of the massive investment the Thanes and their heirs have left. Once much of the estate's farmland was requisitioned just before the start of World War II to create a training ground for British troops, the estate became unviable and the Cawdor was returned to their Scottish estate in Nairnshire in the early 1940s. Complaining about crippling taxes on the empty mansion, the family chose to demolish it in 1963, and the rest eventually went to the National Trust. The remaining estate, several hundred acres, is not only set in magnificent natural landscape, it's also been consistently enhanced on a grand scale by the Cawdors over a couple of centuries. And it comes in several sections. Stackpole Quay, one of Pembrokeshire's smallest harbours, is a small inlet protected by a masonry quay built at the end of the 18th century to ship out limestone from the family's nearby quarry and to bring in luxury goods for Stackpole Court. The court, or the house's walled garden, is now slowly being brought back to life by the National Trust and is already showing signs of becoming something rather special, on a scale similar to the massive walled gardens at houses like Shugborough or Attingham, except that this is a garden without a house, of course. And the 100 acres of lakes, which are today known as the lily ponds, were created by the damming of 3 narrow limestone valleys by the Cawdor family. Today they're home to otters and goosander, gadwall and kingfisher, as well as to beds and beds of water lilies. And the lakes run right down to a sandy bay. And from the cliff tops and beaches you can see bottlenose dolphin and basking shark sometimes, along with any number of species of seabird. And the Stackpole estate contains one of the largest colonies in Britain of the greater horseshoe bat. Now, once the preserve of a single family, the beautiful Stackpole estate now brings thousands of ordinary families to its beaches, woodland and lakes, and has become a natural playground for local people and visitors alike. Well worth a look.